Nick, what's up?
Now, get ready for the hottest podcast coming out of Dallas, Texas, with Sean Fox, K Boogie, and Cowboys Nikki. Stars talking Cowboys. Let's go!
Yo, here we go again, back up on the scene. Stars talking Cowboys, you know what I mean. The podcast, repping everything with silver and blue. Keeping it real, that's what they do. Let me tell you about the crew. Sean Fox, spitting facts. K Boogie's giving game. Nikki's got the stats, so of course she covers everything. It's showtime, so let's get to the biz. And that Stars talking Cowboys, yeah, you know what time it is.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
All right. Everything is good, man. What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling?
Well, all I'll say is this, is I am not, feeling too great about the Cowboys.
Of course not.
I will say that much.
So
life is good, though.
life is good. Life be lifing. Life be everything. But
how you say the Cowboys the Cowboys are cowboying right now. That's what it is. That's what it is.
It's crazy. So I think before we get into the game, let's take a different angle and let's talk about the state. Let's talk about the state of our team.
Yeah, definitely. I have no issues with that.
None whatsoever. The state of the Cowboys.
Yeah, let's talk about the state of our state of our team.
It's going to be called the State of the Union address for Dallas Cowboys. How about that?
I don't know about the State of the Union, but we'll go with that. Oh man,
it's got to be something. There's got to be some changes, man.
So, go. You start it off, Nikki. Your start, your show.
I was going to actually let Kenyatta start it off.
What? The State of the Union for Dallas Cowboys. What are we doing out here, fellas and ladies and gentlemen and fans? What are we doing as a team collectively? What are we doing right now? We can't stop the run. You know that CD is getting double teamed almost on every possession. You're not putting in motion anything. We have no running game. You know, Jerry Jones, he comes on the air and said he loves the team the way it is. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Am I dreaming? Am I in a bad dream? What's going on right now? You can't communicate on the back end. Before we really get in the game, but 3rd and 6, crucial down, and why you playing man against bunch formation? There's no communication. You know what I'm saying? So something is not right. Something schematically is not right with us right now. I don't know, is it Zimmer? I don't know, but something's really not right with the whole team right now. It just seems out of sync. You know, certain individuals may have got happy because we beat the Browns the first game, but something's just not right, especially when we play at home. Something's just not right. It's just the fact that the leaders have to come out and play. You could talk all you want, but you got to play. That's another thing too that I'm starting to see. Every time we lose, somebody else got to come out and say how bad we played, rather than just going out there and just playing together as a unit. That's one thing we have to do more. But I don't know, man. Something's just not right. Something's just not right now with the Dallas Cowboys. I want some changes at safety position. I don't know about everybody else, but I've been saying this for the last year and a half. I think we need better safeties. You're the last line of defense. When these wide receivers going in motion, or you guys communicating, there's holes all over the field. Something has to be done. We played the sport. I played the 7-on-7 leagues and whatever else. When people going in motion, you communicate. I don't see that on a regular basis. I don't see strong left, strong right. I don't see it. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. Then everybody's blaming our quarterback too. Like anytime we lose, it's that's fault. Anytime there's a fumble, that fault. CD fumbles the ball, is that's fault. So something's just not right schematically right now. The energy with the team is not the way it should right now. Even though this is still preseason, if you ask me, because most of the starters don't play in preseason. They don't play. So just something's really not right yet. We're not clicking. I mean, it's too early anyway, but it just doesn't feel like we even playing regular season just yet. It still feels like a preseason feel, if you ask me. Just doesn't seem right. It's like we need a new voice, or we need somebody else to say, "Listen, this is where it has to be, and that's it." That's just me. I don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
What's up, Kelly Cal?
Hi,
There's
Kelly.
to me, there's a lot of dysfunction going on. To be honest with you, and I don't know if anybody's addressing that internally, but there's a lot. There's a lot.
Um, state of the team for me. State of the team for me is it's no accountability. Um, I'm seeing a bunch of people that says after the game, everybody in the locker room has a solution to the problem in the locker room, but they can't seem to find that solution on the field. They can't seem to find that solution when it matters, when game is on the line, backs up against the wall. It's it starts, but for me, as I always say, the state of the team starts from the top. It starts with Jerry. It starts with Jerry, then it trickles down to Steven, and then it travels down the pipeline to the coaches. Your players are gonna always feed off of what they're getting from ownership and coaches. You don't see I don't even see the coaches on the sideline trying to inspire them, trying to figure it out for them. They're looking like deer in headlights. They're looking just as bad as the players are looking on the field. I think we don't have enough leadership in the locker room. I don't think we have enough leadership on the sideline. I don't think we have enough leadership when they go on the field and play. It's like nobody have respect for each other. No one has no respect on how things should be going and how things should be rolling. I'm at this. I'm at a loss. I do understand that this is only 3 games, and I do understand that Baltimore it was an AFC team. It's not even about losing to them. It's about how we losing to them. It's about the no effort. It's about nobody playing. It's like everybody tired. Everybody want to put the blame on this person, put the blame on that person. Well, this person ain't doing this person ain't doing that. Michael Parsons says we don't need everybody to be Superman. We need everybody to just play their role. D. Law says we need to get back to the basic fundamental of football. We need everybody to do their job, stay in their gaps, stay in their lanes, be where they supposed to be. I think the problem is nobody have no direction. And I'm starting to wonder if Zimmer's scheme is personnel problems because as we seen with when we had what was his name what was the what
Quinn,
was, no before Quinn, what was his name that we fired.
shit was so. Wait a
Well,
minute.
uh,
Who?
um, that he shouldn't have never been here to begin with. I think he
Oh,
came
you talking about
in,
Mike Nolan?
Mike Nolan. He when it was like kind of like him when he was doing the defense, and he went out and got your boy Evan Griffin and Poe and all of them. He wouldn't get all of them, but they didn't fit his scheme, so we didn't have the right personnel, and that's what I'm wondering with Zimmer. But the only reason why I'm upset with Zimmer is because it'd be different if we brought you on in the middle of the season and this is what you had to work with. You came in enough time to be a part of the draft. You came in enough time to see and scout the proper players for what you would need on that side of the ball. it looked good in preseason. It looked good in the game against Cleveland. But now I'm wondering, but even with that game against Cleveland, if Cleveland would have had those two tackles that was missing, how we would have looked. I'm just wondering because it's like everything just then collapsed. Everything have fell apart. We don't have a running game
Mm.
at all. You have to have a running game. You have to give a team something to fear on your team. And no team fears anything with us. They don't fear our offense. They don't fear Dak passing. They don't fear us running. Like with Baltimore, we knew any team game plan with Baltimore. No, you have to stop Lamar, and now you got to stop Derrick Henry. We don't have that. We don't have nobody that they have to say they have to stop. They're gonna drop 8 in the box, stop the run, and dare Dak to throw the ball. He gonna throw the ball, but who besides Lamb he have down there? Who besides Lamb he have down there? I think Brandon Cook. He's trying. He's trying to get open, but that's an issue. None of our wide receivers are getting separation to allow Dak to throw these balls in these small windows or these tight windows. See, he getting double covered. Um, when Dak do have a shot for for Cook, it's down the field, but somebody always on him. Tolbert, we're having a lot of drops. We're leading the league in drops by our wide receivers. We're leading. We're damn near last in the league running the ball. We last in the league stopping the run. We last in the league. We're not even getting pressure. We're not even getting pressure on quarterbacks. It's a problem. We have a big problem in Dallas, and it goes beyond the field. What I'm seeing on the sideline, what I'm seeing on the field tells me that they're having these same issues behind the scenes, and nobody is
I
taking
100, I
a blame.
100% agree with that.
These same
You can't have
issues
the
are
blow
happening
ups
behind
we
the
having on
scenes.
this sideline and tell me that something ain't wrong in that locker room. You had CD and Dak, you had Micah and Lawrence.
Lawrence,
Um, and those are those four names that we just called,
that's
or
your top
I
players.
just called, are technically the leaders, on your team. And that what's the old saying? If you kill the head, the rest of the body dies. Well, our head is dead.
And where there's
Our
smoke,
head is
there's
dead.
fire. And
I, I was
I
I
just think
was
that
I think for me, everybody always says don't look at stats, don't look at stats. You had a team, you had two teams in less than 2 weeks that only completed about 22, 23 passes and blew us out. That says a lot. That says a whole lot right there. And as somebody, can't remember if it was UK Boogie or you, Nikki, but the first thing people want to blame is Dak and talk about his $60 million. That's
Yeah.
that's just fucking stupid.
like it's
That's no
it's it's
common sense.
ridiculous. It's no common sense. I'm
Come on.
like, are you watching a game to watch that? Are you watching a game? Because we can't be seeing the same game if you're blaming Dak for the loss. Now, granted, as I said, Dak did miss some throws early. He did. But you have to also look at the O line. The O line not even playing good. They're not even playing well. And then once again, We are second to the most penalized team in the league. The other most penalized team in the league was the Ravens, and we were second to them. And how many penalties did we pick up on Sunday in literally the first 3 minutes of the game?
It was like three or four.
3 or 4. I think it was 4 in the first 3 minutes of the game. Penalty after penalty after penalty after penalty. And what I've always said, you get these penalties and you get these penalties late in the game, you kill momentum. And that penalty that Tyler Googan got late, it hurt because we
Ooh.
were in scoring position. That fumble CD hurt because that would have been a different game without that fumble. Because I think Baltimore was up, 14-3 at that time.
Yep, and he fumbled that ball.
So we score a touchdown. We down 10-14. That's a different game. It's a total different game. And that was another reason why I wanted us to win the coin toss and get the ball. I mean, and defer, because I wanted to see exactly how defense was going to come out the gate. And I wanted us to, in case we were behind, get the ball back after halftime. But instead, we did opposite. We let the offense come out first. Then we let Baltimore go right down the field and score and score and score. The only difference in this week is that they didn't let them score on every drive. But you let them score just about every drive. It's annoying. It's frustrating. It's annoying, and it's not fair. It's not fair to us. And then you have your players coming out saying that they didn't have a good week of practice. So what were y'all doing? What were y'all looking at? Who is over
Crazy.
y'all? Who is in control? Like, I honestly feel like at some point, I honestly just feel like Mike McCarthy know that this is his last year, and he's just out there doing whatever. I sense no urgency. I sense no care. I, it's just whatever. You got Jerry on lives talking crazy. You got Jerry on people live talking about the people manhoods in the locker room. Like, come
That
on,
was
Jerry,
crazy.
what are we doing?
That was crazy.
I thought it was AI first, but I'm like, nah, I think somebody want
No.
him to get suspended.
I'm like, what are we doing?
That was crazy.
And then I was just so annoyed at Lamb because you hold out all season, miss training camp, which not totally your fault. Well, kind of your fault too, because you were still under contract. But Jerry being Jerry, you knew you was gonna pay him. Why did you drag it out? Why did you do this? Why did you not allow him to get any training camp? But then you got him on the sideline, clowning, doing what he doing. Then when that go to him, you fumble the ball, then you drop the ball twice on 2 critical downs. What are we doing?
You know, that's interesting
I'm
you said
lost
that
for
about
words.
Lamb. Not to cut you off, but that's interesting because he didn't have camp, right? So you think the Saints didn't know that he didn't have camp? You
Of
think
course.
basically the Ravens, that's why they've been playing him really physical and doubling him because they say, yo, he's out of shape right now. He's out of football shape. We're going to be physical against him. And they double him, they physical, they bump him on the line. I was like, you know what? They playing CD physical. Somebody else has to step up. Too bad our DBs don't play like that, but that's
Right.
another story. For like 15 more minutes, we can talk about that. But I get it. I get it. But see, that's the thing too. There are times when we want CD to have more fire, right? But I know that this wasn't really fire. This was being frustrated. So he has to understand the difference.
So here's my only thing about that. Hey Boogie, you just fumbled the ball inside the 10-yard line. And less than a few minutes later, we see you on the sideline talking about give me the ball.
I know.
Come on,
I'm
man.
here all day. I'll be here all day. Give me the ball.
Come on now. I mean, I get the whole, all right, you made a mistake. Let me come back to you to show I got confidence in you. I would have rather him went over and said, "Look, my bad. Give me another chance." You know, I didn't see when we won the kickoff and we elected to receive, and Baltimore went straight down the line and scored. I was like, here we go again. This is repeated last week.
Yep.
We had a quarterback in Lamar Jackson. He's not your typical quarterback. So, I'm not speaking negatively when I make this next statement. But you got the quarterback on the team that rushed over 100 yards and was averaging over 6 yards per carry. You had Derrick Henry averaging over 6 yards per carry.
You right,
As a team,
600.
and, and, and running through our players like they was a
Like
JV
they
team.
was not, like they was a little league team. And that's exactly that's what DeMarcus Lawrence said. He's like, we're out here playing like little league football. We're out here literally playing like this. And he's, but nobody's being physical. We're getting bullied on both sides of the ball. We're getting bullied on the D line. We're getting bullied on the O line. We're just getting beat. We're getting out coached. We're getting out schemed. We're getting out play called. Name it. It's
I can
amazing
go.
how somebody show up when they win, but last when they lost, it took them almost to the show was over with to show up.
Yo, he's an ultimate troll. Wayne
And
is an
please don't get
ultimate
on here with
troll.
that because even though the Eagles won, that was a horrible game. Jalen's again 3 turnovers. I
Saquon to
understand.
the rescue.
I understand winning. You win. You no matter how you win, you win. But that's a horrible game, and that explains why they are the record. They have the record they have.
You know what, Nikki? You make some good, valid points, and you do too. Foxy, we could have a personnel issue on defense because last night when I was watching the Buffalo game, they ran nickel and they was still able to stop the running nickel. And I said, "Wow, Buffalo can do it. Why we can't do it?"
Personnel.
And everybody keeps talking the same thing. Maybe it's a personnel issue on defense that we have, and I believe it is. We have small safeties. We have Donovan Wilson, who's a strong safety. He's my size almost playing strong safety. How is that possible? Strong safety? And then you have Hooker, who lost 2 steps because of the injuries. So I'm saying to myself, you know what? Maybe we need to revamp our secondary for our game against the Giants because the Giants are going to be hyped. They're going to come in here. They're going to be hyped on Thursday. And it's supposed to rain here in New Jersey. So I don't know, man. The personnel, we have to make some adjustments because I know one thing. If Jimmy Johnson was still a coach, somebody be sitting down on that pine right now. Even Bill Parcells, somebody be sitting on that pine right now. And that's something that Mike McCarthy's not going to do. I don't understand. Your job is on the line. You got to sit somebody down. You got to make an example out of somebody at least and sit them down. Make some changes. Show everybody you want to be here and you want to win. But Mike McCarthy's not doing that either. Because he's so scared of what Jerry's going to say. He's so scared of Jerry. That's crazy. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to do something.
It's annoying. It's annoying.
And I know you, Nikki, you go to the games, and so you see the energy. You see what's going on. You see the alignments. For our safeties not to be basically communicating, especially on the back end, that to me, that's what I look for more than anything else. I look at the safeties and the wide receivers doing games, and I want to see the communication between everybody. And it just seemed like we're not communicating on the back end a lot. It just seemed like wide receivers are wide open, running backs are cutting back, and where's the safeties? Last line of defense, where are they? It's something's not right schematically with our team right now. It's just not right. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because Mike is a lame duck, but even when Jason Garrett was a lame duck, the team still played hard, though. When Jason Garrett was a lame duck, the team still played hard.
Well, I'll give you two two sentences that will essentially tell us why we're having the issues that we're having. We have a weak O-line and we have a weak D-line. If you have a good pass rush, those tend to if you have a weak O-line and a weak D-line, those shine a light on all the rest of your problems. If you have a strong D-line and a strong O-line, you can mask over some deficiencies that you have. So
no, you're right. You're right, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help. Excuse me, that we don't have a running game. We need a running game. I'm not going to blame the O line for that. We need a running game. We need some juice out here. And for Cook not to be active for Thursday night's game, talking about Jerry, it's a short week. Come on, he had 3 weeks to prepare already. I mean, help out the O line too, because it's easier to run block than pass block. If we can run the ball, we may be able to hide or mask certain deficiencies with our O line if we can run the ball. Well, if we can't run the ball, how can we hide them? Because to be honest with you, the Giants actually sacked Deshaun Watson 8 times on Sunday. You know they're gonna be hyped. They're gonna be ready on Thursday. So we have to do something. We have to have some resemblance of a running game, or else it's gonna be a really tight game or a long night.
well, this is probably one of the times that, on the positive note, we still got 14 more games to go.
Yeah.
14 more games to go. But is our coaching staff so arrogant that they don't try to adjust to the talent that we have? I didn't see any type of adjustments. And I think, and I'm not, like I said, I think Lamar is a phenomenal athlete. But we had Lamar, our defense had Lamar out there on the passing game. At one point, he was 10 of 11. He was 10 of 11. And they were up 28 to 6. That tells you a lot. So with that being said, we got some problems. And I don't want to hear nothing about, people saying that, we're making excuses for Dak and this and that and another. I don't know not one quarterback in this league that can survive without a halfway decent O-line.
Yeah, that's football 101. A decent O-line and a decent defensive line. I don't know. It's just a lot going on right now. We just have to collectively just sit down and just get back to playing football. Just the basics. Just do the basics. Because even the game is on right now, and Lamar can do whatever he wanted to do. Didn't even matter in the first quarter, second quarter. He was just doing what he wanted to do. The cornerbacks gave him up like 4 yards of cushion. It's like, what are y'all doing? That's crazy. You can't play defensive back and give up 4 yards of cushion like that. Not every play. It's like you're scared to get beat deep. Something has to change.
I would just, my biggest thing, man, is them wide receivers were wide open. Wide open on basic concept, route combinations. It wasn't like they were doing anything special. Those were basic route combinations.
I don't see the
And
communication. It's the communication to on the back end, man. I've never seen Hooker and Wilson communicate on the back end. I never say, hey, look. I never see that. I don't understand. I never see the communication. And as a defensive back, you got to communicate all the time. I never see that, especially when another team goes in motion. Everybody should be over communicating when someone goes in motion. I don't see that. I don't see it. We got to fix this and fix it quick because we have the next 5 games is really tough too. We have to fix this. We have to fix it. We have to fix it. The next 5 games are really tough. We're gonna have to fix it. Come up with some solutions, hopefully. And keep it moving. Because after the Giants, we play the Steelers, and then Detroit. So we have to get it together. We have to get it together. The leaders have to come together and say, listen, we have to come together and win as a collective unit. Everybody stick to the game plan. As Parsons would say, no Superman. Just stick to the game plan. Don't try to be the hero. Communicate. Over-communicate. In every relationship, we always say you have to over-communicate. Same thing applies to playing sports. You have to over-communicate. And right now, we're not doing a good job of communicating on defense. I don't think we're doing a good job on defense communicating at all, Foxy and Nikki. I don't think so. You have to over-communicate. I'm watching Atlanta play. Their safeties always communicate. I'm watching Buffalo last night. The good defenses, they always communicate. We need to communicate more because we have talent. We have to communicate. We got to do something. We have to do something. I want Thursday night, I would like for basically Zimmer to change up the safety position. Change it up a little bit. Put Wanye out there and start. Put Wanye out there. Put Wilson on the bench and let's see what happens. Because in Zimmer's scheme, he likes to have his safeties interchangeable as well. I remember that from the Minnesota days and when he first coached the Cowboys. His safeties are interchangeable. Right now, we don't have that. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting Thursday because it's supposed to rain a little bit too, and if we can't run the ball, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem too.
I think at this point in stage of the season, my mindset right now is I have zero expectations for this team. So I'm gonna go into each game just looking to see if we are improving. And that's the only way that I feel like that I can watch the game. I can't go into the game watching the game hoping that we're going to win. I have to go and say, are we improving? Because being a Cowboys fan, I love my team. I take so much ridicule about them. I defend them every day. Every day I had to defend my Cowboys. Get excited for the game on Sunday, to turn around to have to defend them again on Sunday evening and Monday morning. The good thing about me is that once I get on this show and talk about Sunday's game, I put it behind me and move on to next week. But I see some comments up here. You're talking about Jerry. We've got a few comments about Jerry. We had a few comments about leadership. And I even saw something earlier today. With Michael Parsons, we all saw it. Michael Parsons arguing and talking bad about the Eagles. What? Why are we worried about the Eagles? We need
Yeah,
to
he was
worry about
talking
that
back
locker room.
with CJ Gardner, and see, and that's one of the other issues I have. I just feel like that podcast needs to be shut down during the season. It completely gets him out focus. You don't have nothing to say to no team. You don't have nothing to say to no player. I don't care about you trying to come to Derek Carr's defense. What are you coming to Derek Carr's defense for? Derek Carr have a whole team that can come to his defense. Derek Carr just shredded you for 40 something
I don't even
points.
know. I don't even know why
Like,
you even said that.
what are you doing? Again, no one is telling them thing not to say. Like, who is your PR person? Because your PR person should be the main one telling you some of this stuff needs to be stopped. But see, Jerry likes the media so much that he not gonna tell him anything about the podcast because he likes the media so much. Because he's a media whore. Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with that too, with Carson. Like he take bad angles, bad tackles, and I just overall think he's just too small, and he just getting ran over. Like that, like there was no way possible y'all should have could have thought that boy was gonna be able to stop Derrick Henry. Come on now.
Talking about the seatbelt.
Not not only that, that pass on a simple out route that he took a bad angle on
Yep.
and whiffed the tackle. Lamar had a 12.1 average passing the ball. Every pass he damn near threw was a first down.
What's the first down?
That is ridiculous.
We had
Lamar, he
75 missed tackles
You know what's funny though?
in
it
one
felt like
game.
And we almost came back and won the game.
We had
That's the thing
75
right
missed
there that you have to
tackles.
laugh at. We almost came back and won the game.
So that's
That,
what that tell you.
that's crazy.
That tell you that the Ravens is really not a dominant team. They just used and game planned our weakness against us, which was running the ball. Motion.
Mm. Bunch formations. They use bunch formations
They
and
used
motion a
different
lot.
formations to mix it up. And because they wasn't prepared, as the player said, they didn't have a good week in practice. So what film did y'all look at? What
What
did
was
y'all
they doing
watch?
though? What was they doing? How you have a
What were
bad
y'all
week of
doing?
practice?
What were y'all doing the whole week in practice? That y'all said y'all didn't have a good week of practice. Dak said Thursday was the worst practice.
They
So
should have
what are
been
y'all
out there
doing?
Friday then.
So that means y'all don't need no days off. How long
it
do
was
y'all
actually
expect to be concussions?
Wayne. It was actually 17 missed tackles, but it felt
He
like it
he
was
he
75.
trying to
Yeah,
be funny.
I'm being funny, but
Hey, Derrick Henry's a load though. In the second half, that's when he exploded. The first half, we did contain him somewhat. In the first
No,
half,
that
second half, we got tired though. They got
that
tired and
no,
started
that's
running
his
crazy.
game. That's Henry's game. They wear you down. He wears you down in the first quarter, and then it's over with in the second quarter.
Yeah, I know. He used to do that when he
I mean,
played
the
for
second
us in
half.
Bama.
Sorry.
He did that when he played for Bama. He damn sure that's his game plan, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if we had a running game too, we could have actually basically saved some time on the clock, and our defense could have been a little bit more fresher, maybe, if we had a consistent running game. That's another thing when you're playing against somebody like Derrick Henry, you want your defense fresh. And because we can't sustain drives, that's another problem that we have. Mm. Every quarterback
So
needs a
here,
good running game.
let's address this statement right here. And a lot of people have been saying that, Cowboys fans, other fans, this, that, and other. It didn't matter if even if we got Henry, we don't have the O line to block for him. So getting Henry, and you got the O line that you got. Essentially, you got two rookies and a second year player. Your whole center to the left side of your line has less than 2 years of experience in the NFL. We got to think about that. Is anybody taking that in consideration? You know,
That and that
so
was one of the reasons why
we know the deal.
I wanted speed. Because sometimes when you have speed on the outside, your safeties tend to basically play further back from the line of scrimmage. Because it can mask. That's why I'm saying speed sometimes can mask some of your deficiencies. Having speed on offense and defense. Because I see what you're saying, Foxy, because we have a rookie playing next to basically an all-pro guard that's been playing in the league for 3 years now. And then you have a rookie center. Then you have Zach Martin, one of the best guards in the NFL, who's declining, by the way. And then you have Steele. Terrence Steele is
who
capable.
don't need to be, who does not need to be on our line. That's
But
Nikki's
that's Mike
favorite. That's
McCarthy's
Nikki's
boy.
favorite lineman.
What?
That's Mike McCarthy's boy, Terrence Steele.
Oh, I can't stand still.
That's Mike McCarthy's boy.
I told y'all that he wasn't good.
Mm.
And
Now, granted,
every time
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
it looked, this is how bad our O line looked. It looked like we ran out of those 51 passes. It looked like we ran about 25 screens. That's how many times I seen, 2 or 3 defensive linemen in our backfield. I was looking for screenplays. Those were actually pass rushes.
Mm.
So I'm
Now,
sorry, Nick,
granted,
I cut you
I know
off.
you're good. Granted, some of these players are holdovers from Dan Quinn, and some of them are holdovers, from the Mike McCarthy and the Dan Quinn era. Because of contracts, it wasn't easy to just move away from. But I expect us to have a total different defense next year, to be honest, except for few. I expect a big difference in defense.
So
Well,
let me ask you a question.
we never was all in, so I don't even know. I told everybody from the beginning when Jerry made that comment and said all in. I told y'all what Jerry meant. That never was what he meant when he said all in. That never was what he meant. He came back and explained that and told everybody that that's not what he meant when he said all in. The fans took it as that.
Mm.
Jerry ain't gonna never be all in. Why do he need to, why he don't even feel the need to be all in? You think Jerry care about the negative stuff they say in the line in the media? No, because why? To him it feels like they talking about him. They keeping him relevant. He 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 Jerry, I'm sure Jerry gets up, sits on the side of his bed, and turn on ESPN and the stations just like we do, and sit right there and look at them, say all the stuff they say, and he laugh because he'll go right to 105 through the fan and say some of the dumbest shit on there.
Oh man,
I'm
Jerry's piece of
like,
work.
when is Charlotte, Steven, Jerry Jean, when they gonna shut him up? When they gonna let him know that it's time for him to stop doing interviews? He see now.
Well, like I told you before, like I told everybody before, that he always wants people to understand how smart he is, and he's smart just like Jimmy Johnson. He always wants people to say, "Hey, I'm just as smart, and I want to win just as many Super Bowl as Jimmy." And until we win another Super Bowl, he's gonna be who he is. That's just him. He's gonna be who he is because he wants to show everybody he's just as smart, and he wants to take credit for everything,
Yep.
which is crazy. 30
His
years
ego.
without 30 years without making the NFC Championship game. Not even a Super Bowl, but the NFC Championship game. Jerry, you the common denominator. 30 years, you the common denominator, Jerry. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And I guess we're glutton for punishment because we're the fans. We the fans. We support the Cowboys. We're here every week. There's fans that travel all over the country to see the Cowboys. And I feel bad for them because they're spending their hard-earned money to go see the Cowboys, and they care more about the Cowboys winning than the owner, it seems like. And that's my problem. You know what I'm saying? The fans are the ones that basically are spending the money. They're the ones that having all these expenses to see the Cowboys put money in Jerry's pocket. And for him to say and do the craziest things, that's disheartening to me. Because it's like he's making a fool out of everybody. Week after week, we got to listen to Stephen A. Smith talk his nonsense. We got to listen to Dan Orlovsky and everybody else. I mean, I'm immune to it, but still, you don't want to hear it, even though you're immune to it. There's no such thing as bad publicity when it comes to the Cowboys. Yes, it is. We need to win. He has to understand that. He does. It's crazy. He's starting to act just like Al Davis when he got really old and George Steinbrenner, which is his mentors. He's starting to act like both of them when they got to a point where they know the time was nearing, where that basically, their faculties will start deteriorating, just come out and say anything. And he's saying the same thing.
So, Wayne, you don't think that y'all coddling Jalen Hurts right now?
Like who? Like Wayne, be more specific. Like who's coddling the fans? The
Right.
fans are not coddling anybody, to be honest with you. We telling you like it is. I don't know what fans are coddling our players.
Right.
Well, not on this show. I can tell you that much.
I don't know any Cowboy fans right now.
But I tell you what though, Jalen Hurts is getting more excuses from Eagles fans than we're giving our fans are giving our quarterback right now.
Oh yeah, he don't get it. He don't understand. Dak Prescott takes so much heat. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Not even funny. In every group, Twitter, X, it's not even funny.
And the only thing that we saying is on this show is that you cannot blame two almost blowout losses from teams on one person.
On the quarterback. Well, if the defense is failing, he should be able to score points. Well, it's kind of hard to score points when your best player is getting double teamed, then it's a holding penalty and it's a sack. So it's kind of hard to try to score touchdowns that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like it's not like this is like basketball. You got the ball in your hand. You're doing LeBron and MJ or Kobe. No, this is a team sport.
Right.
You depend on your offensive linemen, the blocking your receivers to catch the ball, and then the running backs either catch the ball or block. But fans, hey, no, that's Dak's fault. That fumble, oh, he could have thrown that ball a little bit more to the left. That's his fault. Man, if you put two hands on a football, you catch that ball. I don't want to hear that. Oh, the ball wasn't placed in the proper position, so that's why he dropped it. So why are you playing then? Because every quarterback is not going to hit you precisely in the chest.
But even the ones that he have hit in the chest, they still dropped them.
It's crazy.
Even the ones that he have hit in the chest, they still dropped them. They still have dropped them, and that's the thing. Like fans think Dak 60 because they got 60 million. He's supposed to play quarterback. He's supposed to block for himself. He's supposed to run the ball. He's supposed to throw the ball and catch the ball. Then he's supposed to go and suit up and be a Travis Hunter and go play defense. I'm not gonna say special teams because we got Brandon Aubrey and Turpin for that, but that's what they think that his 60 million is supposed to do. Now, granted, I understand that the quarterback is gonna always take the heat for losing games, but when you're sitting here looking at these games and you clearly see what's going on, you can't blame just that. The ga- this season has been primarily defense that's losing these games, but everybody deserves blame. It's enough blame to go around for everybody. They're not getting the penalties. He make a good play, we get a first down, and we get pushed back 10 yards because somebody got a penalty. Somebody got a holding call. Somebody got a hands to the face. That's not one time out of any of these penalties do you hear number 4. We have been the most penalized team way before Jason Garrett. These penalties started with Dave Campo. From Dave Campo, they went to Jason Garrett. From Jason Garrett, they went with Mike McCarthy. And nobody ain't fixed it yet.
Does Parsons get heat from Cowboy fans? Yes,
We
he
just
does.
talked
Yes, he
about
does
Parsons. What are you
all the
talking about,
time.
Wayne?
We just talked about him.
We just talked about Parsons. We just said that Parsons needs to do more playing instead of talking. He needs to give up that podcast.
We also just said that if you want to run the ball against us, run at Parsons' side because he's so busy worried about rushing the passer that he doesn't play the run well. So yeah, we've been giving all our players. We are three Cowboy. Yeah, we are three Cowboy fans. But we are some of the realest Cowboy fans that you'll see out there. When Dak fucks up, we say Dak fucks up. Let's just keep it 100.
Right.
Yes, we do.
But Dak threw for almost 400 yards on Sunday.
To be exact, he threw 325 yards. So now his haters are saying, "Oh, that was late in the game. That was past
Garbage
that.
time.
That was garbage
Garbage
time."
time.
It's never garbage time when you playing football. It's never
Exactly.
garbage time when you been down a whole game and you bring your team back within 3. That's never garbage time
So
when you're
let's
trying
see,
to win a game.
and let's even do the math on that. If CD wasn't to fumble that ball inside the red zone, that was a minimum of 3 points, right?
Hmm.
If we would have gotten both of those 2-point conversions, that's 4 points, right?
Yes, it was.
Hmm.
So we had a chance to win that game. And the weakness of Baltimore was their secondary. That's their
Hmm.
weakness.
Hmm.
We just didn't exploit it.
We didn't take advantage because they said they didn't practice. They said they didn't practice well.
That's what's up, Chris. Chris said, we talk about Rowdy the mascot, he mess up.
We sure will.
Tell him.
Yeah, we
Sure
will.
will. I'm gonna talk about the flag boys. If they come on the field wrong with the flags.
Shoot, the Chili's are not cheering hard enough. We're gonna talk about them too.
I ain't seen the people run across the field with the flag in so long because we ain't had no touchdowns in so long. So I be forgetting they even on the field.
Really? I didn't even know that existed. For real? I guess that's what happens when you go to the home game.
Yeah, every time we score at home, every time we score a touchdown, the flag guys with the star and they Wrangler jeans and they cowboy shirts, whatever, they run out with the flag on, down the
Really?
sideline or whatever.
Wow. You know what? Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a serious question about Parsons. There's been some statements on social media about him playing middle linebacker, and a couple of fans are like, if he don't play middle linebacker, I'm not watching the Cowboys no more. And I'm saying to myself, he hasn't played middle linebacker in a while. Why would you want to take him from D end to play middle linebacker? So what position do you think he can excel more in? Being a D defensive end or a linebacker?
An outside linebacker. And if you want me to be even more specific, an outside linebacker on a 3-4.
That's what I'd be telling people. I say him and TJ Watt would be mano a mano if he was an outside linebacker in a 3-4, but we don't have the personnel for that right now. But I don't know. Parsons only weighs what, 250 pounds? To me, that's not a defensive end. I'm used to DeMarcus Ware type cats on the end.
Well, shit, he
From
ain't doing nothing
270.
on the
Yeah.
end either. They running
But
right
So
under
this,
his. They running right under his feet.
he too
so this is
light
an
though.
interesting comment here. If our offense could start fast and score, it puts pressure on the opponent to pass more. Not scoring TDs also puts more pressure on our defense. The fact is, it's a team game.
And that's correct. We said
Yeah,
that.
you're correct. It is a team game. However, if you put your offense on the field, if you go to the last 2 games, our offense has given up scores on. All right, let's go take out the fourth quarter. Take out the fourth quarter of this last game. In 7 quarters, our offense gave up
90
6,
some
7,
points.
8, 9, 9, 9, 10.
Like 94,
No,
97, like
9.
94,
Yeah, 9. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
97.
6. Yeah, they gave up 9 touchdowns.
Bad. Our
Let me go
defense
look
is
for. Let me go
terrible.
look at the. Let me go look at the points for and against. But yeah, so I just think that yeah we've got to, let's see here. Dallas Cowboys. We have given up 89 points this season. The next highest is, oh, let me take that back. The Rams gave up 91. No, Carolina gave up 95. The Rams gave up 91. We've given up 89, and Washington has given up 88. The least amount of points given up this season thus far is the Steelers at 26.
Yeah, the Steelers defense is they rugged. That 3-4 is rugged, and we played them. We played them after we played the Giants.
Cooley says put him at linebacker.
That's
Yeah,
what I
but does
feel
he want to
like.
play
I feel like they
linebacker
giving
though?
him too much of an option. At some point, somebody had to say, listen, this is where we need you at. This where you're gonna be. This is what we drafted you for. When the team we playing allows us to be able to move you, use you as a spy, do this, we can do it. But this is where we need you at. I think that's the problem. And I understand why he wants to stay at defensive end because defensive end get paid more than linebackers. But it's an issue for the team. So now what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just do what somebody want to do just because you quote unquote the star of the defense or the team? Are you gonna do what's best for the team? I think that's what the issue is being with Dallas Cowboys. No one is doing what's best for the team. They're doing what's best for the public. They're doing what's best for the media. Do what's best for the team to win. And if you need to move him back to middle linebacker, move him back where he needs to be. Simple as that. Somebody got to take charge. And that's the issue. Nobody, the heads are not taking charge. They're letting the players dictate to them what they want, along with Jerry. There's no reason why today Jerry Jones should have been the one to say that Dalvin Cook wasn't going to play Thursday. There's no reason that should have came from Jerry. That should have came from Mike McCourty, the head coach. Then you come up with this dumb lie and say it's a short week. Dalvin Cook been there since the season. What are you talking about? It's a short week.
Exactly. I
He
said the
ain't
same
did
thing.
nothing. What you mean? You act like you just got him and brought him to the team, or you just picked him up and brought him to the team, and he ain't had enough time to jail and work with the team. He been here. What are you talking about, Jerry?
Mm,
Try.
I don't know. I do not know. The scheme is
We
outdated and
already said we
flawed.
said that. I said the
Yeah, we
scheme
did.
is old and outdated and flawed. The only thing Mike Zimmer bring, I thought, is discipline, but looks like he's not even bringing it. He's not even bringing it. I told everybody when they got Mike Zimmer, I wasn't on board with it. Mike Zimmer defense was the worst defense when he was in Minnesota
Don't forget about last year in Colorado.
and in Colorado. And if you if you couldn't if we couldn't beat and scheme against the Saints, when that came from the coaches from a tree that you played a division with and you couldn't do it, what they tell you? Yeah, he take his eye. He kills me when he take them eyeglasses off, like he mad.
Mm,
Like put them back on because yes, we are seeing the same thing you seeing.
listen, this is why I wanted us to actually hire Steve Wilkes. That's why I said, why don't we just go out and try to hire Steve Wilkes right now?
They too busy hiring friends. It's the buddy system.
Nepotism at its finest, huh?
It's
Here we
it- it's
go.
the it- it's the buddy system.
That buddy system's getting us. We getting tore up from the flow up with the buddy system. You
I
know what I'm
look
saying?
out
We
for you,
need.
you look out for me.
That hasn't worked. That
It
hasn't
hasn't
worked.
worked.
Mike
Hasn't worked in
Mike
30
Nolan.
years.
Remember that. Mike Nolan, right? Monty Kiffin. Remember Monty Kiffin?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ryan. I'm like, what's going on? Why does it seem like we recycling all these old coaches over and over and over again? Give somebody else a new shot to try something different. Do something different with the culture. But hey, I'm gonna hire him because I know him. I've known him for years. He'll be good. No, he's not good. I didn't want Zimmer, to be honest with you. Everybody say, well, Zimmer has 50 different schemes. I'm like, really? I didn't see 10 different variations since he's been the coach. I haven't seen 10. If that. That's what I'm saying. Young, innovative coaches, energetic coaches, coaches that will bring the fire. You don't see that on the sidelines. Look like you're getting ready to go take a math test or a science test. You don't see the fire. You need a gym teacher right now. We have too many scientists, English teachers on the sideline. We don't have that. It's crazy though. It is. Yeah, Jerry. We know Jerry likes to control the coaches, but still, that's why everybody keeps saying Bill Belichick coming over. I'm like, that's a bad mix because Bill Belichick does not want to be actually made a puppet either. He wants some type of control.
And this statement right here is a tall sweep is is the most basic run play that you ever see in your life. A basic play. And we're giving up 6, 7, 8, 12 yards on a toss sweep. And you know why we're giving up those 6, 7, 8 yards on toss sweep? Because we're doing all those freaking stunts on the line. What they call them, we used to call them TEDs or EDs. The defensive end goes inside, the defensive tackle goes outside. Once we do all that flipping and switching, they done ran around
you. Hey, that you do those exotic things when you're too small in the middle. When your D line is really small, then you have all these different stunts like that, and that's the problem. That's the problem. With all these problems, we still almost won the game, though. You know that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With all these problems, we still almost came back and won the game. So something has to change. Go ahead, Fox.
And that's one reason why I can say that we're 3 games in. I got 14 more games to go. By the second week in February or the third week in February, whichever it is, that Monday after the second week in February, we're gonna be talking about, damn, I can't wait for football season to start again.
I know.
So regardless of how bad my team is looking, guess where I'm gonna be at every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, or Saturday.
Don't forget Friday. Friday too.
Do we got a Friday game?
I'm in the future. In the future, you're gonna start playing Friday games.
Well, I might not be watching Friday games because I'll be on a high school field.
I'm gonna be drunk. Oh, the Cowboys, boy. The Cowboys will make you drink though, for real. If man, they will make you drink, smoke some bud. I don't indulge, but I'm just saying they drive you crazy out here.
I wanted to drink so bad, but I had to go to work.
I
Child.
bet. I bet. Can I ask you another question? What's up with Brandon Cooks? Brandon Cooks is our speedster, right? But I'm looking at this next gen stat about separation. His separation stats are like below the league minimum.
Right. That's
What's
what I
going
just said
on?
earlier.
What's going on with Brandon Cooks? Is he hurt?
He was hurt in that first game. Remember, he walked off the field. He walked off and went to the locker room.
Yeah, he was hurt, but he has no separation. And I'm like, dang,
None.
I thought, he's our
None.
speedster. I'd rather have Turpin out there than if that's the case, because Turpin's going to at least have some separation. He has no separation right now.
None. And they gonna get Turpin killed coming over their middle.
Oh yeah, I hate that too. He's little. He's
He's
little.
too small for that.
And Jalen Brooks is not the fastest. He's tall, but he's not the fastest off the line of scrimmage.
I mean, I gotta give Fergie props. He did try. He ain't 100, but he did try to show up.
40 ounce did too. 40 ounce played good actually. I
Who?
wouldn't mind seeing him at tight end a little bit more. Have Ferguson split out a little bit and let 40 ounce catch the ball because he played pretty good this week. He was catching the ball on the sidelines doing the dirty work. I like 40 ounce. 40 ounce was out there balling.
Who's 40 ounce?
Number 40. He's the fullback.
Luke Peck. Luke.
Yeah,
Did you see?
Luke Peckett.
He was
Yeah,
I
he
call
played.
him
on the
Louis.
sideline.
Yeah, he played good.
Yeah, he played good. I'm like, have a package for him.
Yeah,
Take
he
some of the
played
pressure
good.
off of basically Ferguson because Ferguson's still dealing with a knee.
Yeah, he's still hurt.
He can catch the ball and he's blocking.
But yo number 2 draft pick Shoemaker needs to be doing something.
I'm gonna look
Yep,
around.
that part.
Where at?
That part.
It's-
2 wasted draft picks. Mizey.
No more Michigan players, right, Nikki? No more Michigan players. We done. No more Michigan players.
The only
None.
Only Michigan player
And
that's been doing something that did a little something for us since he been here is J. Lou. The
Yeah.
rest of them now. Mizey is too big to be getting pushed down like he do. He is too big to be so lazy. He constantly gets blowed off the ball. Constantly. He's too big for that. He lazy.
What
He
happened to all
another
those
tri-
squats he was doing in the gym, though? What happened
he
to all those
another
squats
Tristan
and
Hill.
breaking records in the gym? What happened?
Another Tristan Hill. Lazy.
And I also feel like our feel good story, Deuce.
I knew that already. The Deuce ain't
Mm-mm.
loose. The Deuce is not loose. He's
Mm-mm.
not loose.
I mean, but the O line can't even not even opening up holes to even to even help him. And then he just I don't understand running right in the middle of the pack.
That's a small, quick back like that. You're supposed to be using him on sweeps. You're supposed to maybe use him on jet sweeps, things like that.
Yep.
Politics.
He's not. Yeah.
Why? Because his father's in the front office too. That's what we're talking about.
Politics.
He's a specialty player. He's a specialty back. Line him out wide. Do something with screens and whatever else. Don't have him running through the holes.
Right. That's what
between
I'm
the
saying.
tackles.
He's too
Do
small.
something creative. And Mike McCarthy's calling the plays. He's
And they
not doing
trash.
anything creative, and that's the
They
problem.
are trash.
Mr. Analytics.
Yeah, he needs to give up their play calling.
Quick.
Mr.
And who we gonna get? Because the OC is old as him.
Hell, I let Dak do it. Let Dak call his own plays.
You should. Because the
At
way
the
we're
line,
going
at
right
least.
now.
Let him see
Yeah.
what he see at the line, and if he had to change the play.
You think Jerry mad at Mike for lying
Yeah.
about the analytics? You think Jerry's mad at him and say, I'm not going to prove nothing? You lied to me to get this job. But
You
Jerry
did.
believed him.
Yeah. He lied. He straight up lied to get this job. Talking about he stayed in his basement for a whole year.
His ass was in a cabin eating some cheese and crackers,
Mr.
drinking
Analytics. Yeah, Mr. Analytics is getting us 12-5, but we can't make any like
Hey, John.
inroads basically in the playoffs. We can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
I,
That's a
I
great
said
point
I
though,
said that
Calvin.
earlier. I said that yesterday. Why are we not playing hurry up offense with that?
I
He
said in this
thrives in it.
I said in the second quarter of that game, the middle of the second quarter, I said, forget the huddling up, just go out and just don't let the Ravens change their defense. Make them stay in a base offense because we're in hurry up.
We should though. That was on fire in the fourth quarter. He was on fire with the hurry up offense. He was on fire.
Well, it's we are an hour and 15 minutes into talking about this past game, and I don't know about you, but I'm 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 talked out about last week's game. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move on to the Giants.
Burn the tape. Burn the last 2 weeks tape
Yeah,
at home. Burn it. It's over. It's done. Burn the tape. That's the only
and,
thing we
and
do right now is burn it.
yeah, that's a true statement. This team reflects our offseason.
Yeah, a lot of Jerry didn't spend any money, and a lot of people wanted not just Henry, but they wanted defensive tackle, they wanted wide receivers. But Jerry waited so long to sign CD and Dak Prescott. That's why I wonder if he's really mad at Mike McCarthy by doing this, because there's no reason for Jerry to wait so long to sign your best two players, and they need extensions so you can have more cap space. That's the problem. We just want a little defensive end. I mean, defensive tackle and a wide receiver and a running back. That's all we wanted. But we couldn't even get that.
Well, I hate to say this, but I'm missing Tyron Smith.
Oh, Lord.
What's that look? What's that look for, Nikki?
So, cause to be honest, I don't. Cause Tom would probably be hurt right now if he was playing with us. So I don't. I mean, at the end of the day, we had to move. We were gonna have to move on regardless, whether he stayed here or not. Um, it's growing pains for Tyler Gooden, which I think most part of the games he's handling it. He handles it well. Um, but he's a rookie, and we have to just also remember that we are starting four rookies. So I'm not gonna. I don't even blame them. I blame coaching because this is things that you learn in practice. This is things that you're supposed to practice and sharpen up on in practice. Um, no, because when I seen Terrence Mann play the other night with the Jets, he did nothing. It wasn't him blocking for Aaron. It was the other players coming over trying to block whatever. When Aaron did get sacked, it was Tyron Smith that gave up the sack.
I'm not doubting that, but I think the biggest thing for me is
Maybe leadership,
yes,
maybe the
yeah,
veteran part of it, maybe.
yeah, because our young tackle played a lot better than he's playing guard last year because he had a mentor over there. I just think that we don't have enough mature leadership on that team. You can't keep putting your quarterback out there after every press conference and putting all the blame on himself. Now, I was proud of him when he was talking about when he called out his team the other day that he was pretty much saying you need to quit worrying about getting reps. We need to practice. If I paraphrase what he said, I'm just paraphrasing it, but that's essentially what he said.
Mhm.
Quit worrying about the reps, and let's have a good practice. and I'm a fan. I don't understand some of the. I don't understand like when we're in a 3 tight end set. Why is Cooks out there? You put CD out there, spread him out a little bit wider, and you take a safety in the corner. That takes a safety in a corner out of that box. But I'm just a lowly employee of a manufacturing company, and I referee high school football, so I don't get paid to call plays. So I guess it's not my place to second guess.
The best way to fix the Cowboys issue is get rid of Jerry. And
Well, that
How?
ain't happening.
How?
That ain't happening.
get rid of
How we
him.
gonna do that? How? I don't think that's gonna happen. Not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Nope, it ain't
It's
gonna
not even.
happen.
It's not even getting rid of Jerry, right? It's basically letting somebody else run it. He can stay in the front office and market and sell the Cowboys, but let a football person run the Cowboys. Let Will McClay do the job of the GM. Give him
Look,
$4 million and let
like this,
Will do it.
like this Cowboy fan. We can't get a top defense because y'all wanted to pay Bum Scott the highest paid quarterback.
Wow.
Ever knowing we got other needs like defense and dang running back. So what happened that before that got paid, it was running backs out there to get. Before that got paid, it was defensive players out there to get. I'm so tired of people trying to put that getting paid on Jerry now not getting the proper things that we need for this team. That money, again, that money ain't got nothing to do with getting what we need or needed for this team. The cap is made to be manipulated every year. You can literally get players you want with the cap.
Right?
Now, you might suffer for it 2, 3 years down the line, but you can make it happen if that's what you want. I'm sick of it.
That's all you're gonna hear until we start winning games in a row and blowing teams out. Maybe is Dak Prescott and
It was a short week.
mm, that's good though. They can chill here in Jersey and just chill out. Come up with a game plan.
What's up, Frankie? Hey, man, I loved your TikTok. I ought to go on here and find it and play it, man. That was I loved what you said on TikTok, man. If y'all not friends with uh Frankie, put your handle up, your TikTok screen name up here. If you haven't, if you're not friends with this man here, look up his page. He had a very interesting comment about the Cowboys. I don't want to take credit for what he said, so yeah, I don't want to take credit for what he said because I started to use it on the show, but
Oh yeah, we
he had a good one.
friends,
You
but I
friends
didn't
with him?
see. I'm not on his TikTok. It's a
Yeah,
TikTok on his page.
yeah, it's on his page. Yeah, it's on his page, but he had a very interesting comment on
Go
his
ahead.
on his
You can paraphrase it. He's here. You can give the man his just due. You can give him his flowers right now. You can paraphrase it. It's all good. We family.
let me play it for you. I'll find it and play it for you. How about that?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll just do that. That way he can get his boom. First name that came up on my here. Hold on a second here. I'm about to play it. I think I used a little bit of it now, Frankie.
A quarter of the way through the season, for the report card always comes a progress report. In the Cowboys' 2 losses, Derek Carr and Lamar Jackson have completed a total of 23 passes, while both teams have rushed for 464 yards. Only against the Cowboys, 119 yards. So in about 2 seconds, we've identified the problem on both sides of the ball.
Yet and still, there'll be some of you that mentioned Dak's name at fault because you're too busy pocket watching and using his contract as your main focal point to the team's play. So now you're totally disregarding the fact that we made no pivotal moves in the offseason in terms of the run game to help us out. You're totally disregarding the fact that we have no secondary receiver for real. Totally disregarding the fact that the defense cannot get off the field on 3rd and 4th downs and can't tackle nobody to save their lives. Like, everybody that's running the ball against us just came from a Diddy freak off and got baby all laughing all over
Yo.
us.
Oh my God. He said the freak.
It was that last statement that got me.
The freak off. Oh Lord. Good one, Frank. Freak off. Oh, Lord. That was a good one. That was a good one.
And it sure looked like it. I was like, golly, man. That like I said, them receivers running wide open. Oh my God.
That's why I
could
told you, man, the
look,
safeties, man. It comes from the safeties not communicating properly.
my old ass could have got out there and ran some routes and would have been wide open. So with that being said, I do got to say one thing though, and we've got to give the NFL. I don't want to say the NFL, but I bet you the NFL offices are very, very happy this year. And somebody says, why are they happy? Because you have to watch games every Sunday. There have been so many surprises in the NFL this year. I'm not gonna say it could be anybody's Super Bowl. There are a lot of teams out there that are doing a lot better than what we thought they were gonna do.
Right,
Man.
right, they are. And what I do know is that the Chiefs is the new Patriots. They're gonna cheat for the Chiefs to win in every chance and every moment they get. Chiefs literally should be 1-2 right now.
Yeah.
They literally should be 1-2 right now. But 2 games in a row, they have cheated for them to win. So I don't know.
Too much parody. I don't like all this parody. I'm sorry. Like I told y'all last week, I'm not a big parody fan. I like super teams. I'm from the old school too. I like super teams. I just don't
Right.
like all this
Nobody
parody.
expected Vikings to be 3-0.
Sam Darnold,
Sam Darnold.
3-0.
No, nobody
He got
expected
a good
that.
coach. He has a
But
good coach though.
good
That coach is
coaching.
good.
Nobody expected them to be 3-0 at all. But
How about the Steelers though? The Steelers are 3-0 with that offense.
yeah, and they barely
The
scoring.
defense.
But it's their defense.
Yeah, but I'm
TJ
just saying
Watt
they
and them,
can't
they
score any
getting
points
stops.
though, really.
But they not scoring a lot of points. But they getting stops to keep the other team from scoring points. That's the difference. They're getting stops. Um, but let's take a moment of silence, y'all, for Marsalis, um, the guy from Missouri that been on death row and um accused him of killing this lady. All these years he said he's never did it, he didn't do it. Prosecutors, even the prosecutors put in a plea to not execute him today because they did have some evidence come up that he's probably did not do it. They denied the stay, and as of 8:31 p.m. our time, 9:31 your time, he has been executed.
Wow.
Our justice system is broken. It's broken.
Wow.
But you have someone like my uncle's killer killed 2 people randomly, and he only gets 50 years. Our justice system is broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is, and I pray for your sister. I pray that you get the peace that you need from your situation. I mean, just in general, this country is broken right now.
Mm.
We I can't go into details about my last few days, but you know, we got to do better, but it's going to start with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start with one individual at a time and just that hope that this world changes for the better, because morals they've been thrown out the window. Sympathy and empathy has been thrown out the window. Um, Respect has been thrown out the window. So it's time for us to get back into God and instill God in the lives of our kids, our grandkids, our nieces, our nephews. Because without God, there's no hope. So I think this Thursday, uh, getting back to football. Uh, you know, I'm a hopefully this Thursday I can use 2.5 3 hours and watch some good football and take my mind off of the craziness of this world. Because generally that's what football was for a lot of us.
Right.
You forget about work, you forget about family problems, and you sit down and enjoy a good football game. Um, and one thing that I can't stand about football now is that I have to argue with my own fan base. That's the most frustrating thing about being a Cowboys fan. And I don't even argue with anybody. I got to the point now where I don't even say anything. You can talk all you want to. That's what's up. That's what's up, David. I appreciate it. You know, see, all Eagle fans ain't bad. But yeah, the parodyiness of the NFL has, it's getting there. I think that the difference now is in coaching. There are a lot of new young coaches out there, a lot of innovative coaches. And as we talked about before, I think it's time for us to go that route. Hell, even Jim Harbaugh, was he 2-1 now?
Two. Yep.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's up
with
to
the
Jerry
Chargers. And
though.
they said this the first time the Chargers in years been where they at, but then Justin Herbert went out the game hurt.
He has a high ankle sprain again. He re-injured it.
Yeah, he went out the game hurt, and I mean, who thought Trevor Lawrence would be 0-3? You know, the one that they tried to make the face of the NFL for so long. It was supposed to be Trevor Lawrence before um Patrick Mahomes.
Don't forget about Joe Burrow. He's 0-3
And
as
Joe
well.
Burrow is 0-3. But for that I can't blame that's that O line. And they should have did more to keep mixing.
yeah,
But they should have did more to keep missing. But but he was hurt too. Sunday as well. But um, like a lot of games Sunday surprised us. You know, the Bucks
Mm.
they lost to Denver. Um,
Carolina.
Carolina,
Carolina
that was a shock. That
that
was
was
a
a
real
shock,
shock.
but they played Andy Dalton. Um, Ravens, I mean not Ravens. Texans. So
Minnesota.
what are
I
we
know.
seeing this year is that there's no unbeaten teams as of well, yeah, who's unbeaten? Oh, Kansas City.
Buffalo, Buffalo,
Buffalo.
Buffalo,
Buffalo's
Pittsburgh,
good.
Kansas City,
Minnesota.
and
and
Kansas
Kansas
Minnesota.
City,
City.
Minnesota.
Yeah. But all of the but last year this time it was like a whole bunch of teams that were still unbeaten. through the first 3 weeks.
That's I think that's what I was saying. As Cowboy fans, we're only 3 games into the season, going into week 4. We put together a good 5-6 game winning streak, or a 5 out of 7, or we still have a chance. It might be a slim chance, but we got a chance.
I don't even think it's a slim chance because our division ain't really done much to break open nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Eagles beat the Saints. I mean, that's the NFC team. We lost to the Saints, but I don't. I think we right this ship. We start writing this ship by playing by the Giant by the Giants. Tomorrow Thursday. I think this game right here is going to tell us exactly who we are and where we're going this season. Because I had us losing to the Ravens, right? I remember in the seasons before, so I had us losing to the Ravens.
Oh yeah, I had us going 2-2 in the first 4 games. So I think that's what I had us at, two and
Yeah,
two.
I saw the Saints loss was a surprise for me, but I had us losing to the Ravens. So um, we
Two
already
and
had
one though.
said these first 5 games would be a test of time. So Thursday for me is gonna tell me exactly what we trying to do, what our plan is.
So
Like
we
I
play the
said,
Giants. We play the Giants, and then we got
Pittsburgh
10 days
Steelers after
off
that.
before we go to a Sunday night game against the Steelers.
Right.
That'll give us chance to try to right this ship this week, and then you got 10 days to prepare for the Steelers. Can come off, get healthy, come up with a new defensive scheme, another offensive scheme, and I think that I saw a stat where teams are now using motion a lot more,
Uh huh.
and those teams are the ones that are winning.
Uh huh. The Cowboys dropped back 55 times and used pre-snap motion just 15 snaps. Baltimore only had 17 pass attempts and used pre-snap motion 12 times. The previous week, the Raiders dropped back 43 times and used pre-snap motion 33 of those snaps. That's how they beat the Ravens. So there's
Yet,
your answer. There you have it.
that's it. That is it.
Unacceptable.
But we didn't use Molson that often last year. We didn't use Molson a lot last year either. I think the difference is this year is we haven't replaced Pollard. His productiveness, his speed, and his looseness. We haven't replaced Pollard, and that's one of the problems that I see. We need more speed. Speed can cover up a lot of your deficiencies with speed, and we don't have that right now. That's one
Shit
of the
just
that's one of the main things I want in the offseason with speed on both sides of the ball. Because I love speed. I'm a speed demon myself, but so I love speed.
well,
Motion
So
confuses the
Titans one and
defense and
two,
the
right?
communication. What'd you say?
Titans 1 and 2, right?
Titans 1 and 2. Titans should be 2 and 1.
They
That's
should.
that crazy quarterback. He get
Hmm.
all those grade
And Malik
school
Malik
actually
Willis over
mistakes.
there in Green Bay killing it. They debating today if they should even let Love come back right now because or they should just keep ride the wave of Malik and give Love more time.
Coaching,
yeah,
coaching matters. If you have a good coach, coaching could basically, coach you up, as they would say, basically in high school and whatever. You have coaches that will coach you up, and that's one thing that I don't know if Mike McCarthy can do that. I don't know if Zimmer
He
could
can't.
coach somebody up, and that's the
He
difference.
can't.
These other coaches, these young, innovative coaches, they're coaching these players up.
He can't.
So Joseph asked, "What does motion do to a defense?" It tells
Confusion.
your offense. Yeah, it tells your offense what kind of coverage they in.
Yep.
And also, if you have a speedy receiver or a speedy back, you can align them up against a mismatch against
Right.
certain defenses.
And coverage.
Yeah, it motion does a lot. It does more than what people think. Even those little zigzag motions or little short motions,
Hmm.
it helps the quarterback see what type of defense, um, see where the defense is, what type of defense they're playing.
Exactly, man of
It
zone.
disrupt the it disrupts the defense alignment.
Just ask our defense what motion does.
Yeah.
It confuses us because the
Confuse them.
back
They
is not
already running to
communicating.
the left and they already ran in to the right. It dead.
How's their film study? Are they actually watching film?
They can't be.
Right.
Are they watching film? You should know what's going to happen if you see the tendencies. You should know by now.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is going to be interesting Thursday night.
And I can't understand how we just not prepared for motion after all these years.
It's basic. I mean, motion is a it's either you match up or you go to a base defense.
That's
Those
it.
those are, those are two things you do with emotion. You point and say, you got him, you got him, you got him. I got number one, you got number two, you got number three. You
That's it.
know, that's or you go to base and drop into a zone.
That's it.
I
Oh,
guess
So
it's easier said than done.
mm,
I guess. I
I ain't gonna
guess.
lie.
I don't know.
So we going we almost getting our old man time.
What?
well, yeah, and unfortunately my old man time has gotta be my old man time is gonna have to get shortcut a little bit. I have to do my civic duty um, to
Right.
my
So let's
to
run
my
through these games this week and then we
yeah.
can real quick, Cowboys Giants. Of course I'm gonna pick my Cowboys. I'm looking for adjustments. I'm looking for um defense, stopping the run. I'm looking for offense trying to at least establish a run game. I'm looking for turnovers. I'm looking for us to try to at least try to start to be physical, and I'm looking for us to score more in the red zone. That's my takes. No penalties and as less penalties as possible. Play calling, creative play calling.
I just want to win.
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing. I just want them to come
I
out
just want to win.
healthy and with a win.
That's it.
That's it. Let's
Right.
let's like start from scratch right now. Just say, okay, you know what? Quarter season, this is it. Let's just go out here and win. Rest up for Pittsburgh, and let's get out of here.
And
That's it.
let's get
Let's
out
get
of
out of
here.
here with a win. That's
Get out
it,
of here.
basically.
Okay.
Because we
So
because I want Cooks to play. I want Cook. I want to see what Cook is all about. I want to see if he still has his burst. Because we need some speed out here. We need speed. All
right.
these other great offenses, they have speed though. When you look at some of these other teams, I get envious because they have good speed. I don't understand. I don't understand. That's what I want to see. That's what I want. I just want to win. Everybody is fairly healthy and rest up for Pittsburgh. That's what I really want.
Okay. Um, Bengals Panthers. This would be a good one. Andy Dalton versus his old team.
I had picked the Panthers and then I switched back to the Bengals because the Bengals need this win. They need a win
Yeah, I
bad.
got
They
the
need a win
Bengals in
bad.
this one. Saints and Falcons.
That's another good game. It's in
Another good
Atlanta.
game.
It's another good
Hmm.
game. I had picked the Saints and then I'm leaning towards Atlanta because
I
they
think I'm
need
gonna
their
go with
game too.
Falcons because Falcons defense was good. They were good the other night. They
They
just
got
got stuffed on their 4th and 1.
great safety
Um,
play. They have two
Ja-
great safeties back there. So
Jaguar Texans. I'm going with Texans.
Texans. That's Texans. That's easy.
Jets Broncos. I'm going with Jets.
Yeah.
Vikings Packers. Division game.
I'm going with the Packers.
Okay.
Packers at home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might go with Packers too. Steelers Colts.
Steelers.
I'm gonna go with Colts on this one.
Think so?
I think this one's Justin Field look run out a little bit.
Colts bad though. The Colts defense is bad. Oh, it's
Yeah,
bad. They give up a lot of yards.
but Steelers
The
got a
Colts
good
defense is
defense.
bad.
Uh, I might go. I might have to go. Ooh. You know, I'm
I'm
just
going
going against the
Steelers.
odds. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Steelers easy. Colts give up a lot of
I
rushing yards
point.
too.
Yeah, yeah. Rams, Bears.
I'm going with the Bears.
You think they finally get again? You think Caleb finally get his second win after talking all that trash, talking about telling the punter he ain't gonna never have to punt?
Hey, I think the Bears made a mistake by letting Fields go, but that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, they did. Eagles, Buccaneers.
I'm going with the Bucks
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bucks too
Where they playing the game at?
and Tampa.
in Tampa. I think Bucks bounce back.
I'm going
Uh,
Bucks too because this is going to be a rematch of the playoff game.
hmm
Yep.
They got something to prove. I'm going with Bucks.
Patriots, Niners.
Ooh, 49ers. Because they at home.
Yeah, they at home, but they depleted. Hargrove is out now. Um, McCaffrey's still gonna be out. Kittle still might be out. Uh, they said Trent Williams had an issue going on. I'm gonna still go with
Damn.
49ers though.
49ers should have beat the Rams. I don't know how they lost to the Rams.
Yeah,
That's
the Rams came
crazy.
back. The Rams came back down 2 scores. Um, Commanders and Cardinals.
That's going to be a tough game. That's going to be a tough game because the
Where is it?
Cardinals play good at home.
Is that home?
Uh,
Is it?
Then Arizona,
Yep.
going Cardinals.
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
No, let me take it back. Cliff is going home. Kingsborough is going back to he's going home, so he got something to prove.
He going back to
Yeah,
the
he
team
does.
that he left.
Yeah, so this might be
It's a short week though.
Cardinals play good at home, though. That's the thing. Cardinals play better at home than they do on the road. And they should have beat the Bills. They played the Lions real tough last weekend. It's going to be close. I'm going with the
Well,
Cardinals.
I'm gonna go with Cardinals just because of the fact Commanders is our division. I'm not ever rooting for them. Uh, simple as that. Chiefs and Chargers. I'm gonna go with Chiefs.
Yeah, that's easy. That's the Chiefs.
Um, Browns
that's
and
what's up.
Raiders.
I'm sorry. Let's give a shout out to this Raiders
Oh,
fan watching
it
us
was a
on
good game between
our
Alabama
YouTube page. So
first time in Dallas at Stadium Racing and T State. Right. Thank you, Ravens fan. I was there Sunday
Appreciate
too.
you.
Probably was one of the ones I was cussing out. Okay.
no, but thank you for tuning in to our
Nah,
YouTube
I'm
page.
just playing. Right, they were cool. They were real cool. They were cool. They were a lot of fun. They weren't like the Eagle fans.
Nah,
They
they
weren't
ain't nothing
nothing
like the
like the
Eagle
No.
Eagle
fans.
fans.
They ain't nothing like the Eagle fans.
They were real cool.
Mm-mm.
Browns and Raiders. I feel like that's gonna be a struggle game.
I'm going with the Browns, though.
But I think
Browns
the
play better on
Browns
the
will
road.
win this one.
Where they at?
They on the road. They're playing in Vegas.
I'm going Raiders.
The Raiders might have a
They
quarterback change, too.
Yeah.
no. They announced Minshew as a
Minshew's
starter.
still the starter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just read that.
Okay.
Mm.
Just read it.
Bills and Ravens. I'm going with Bills just because the
I'm going with the
Ravens just
Bills,
beat us.
too. I'm going with the Bills, too. I'm going with the Bills. The Bills look really good
I'm
the other
petty.
night. And I want to see how their nickel defense stops the run. Because they did it last
Titans
night. I want to see them do it
and
against them.
Dolphins.
Ooh, I'm going with the Dolphins.
I'm going with Titans. Dolphins ain't got no quarterback.
Right.
Huntley's playing. Huntley's playing, though. Huntley's
Mm,
playing. At
okay.
least he can use his legs.
Mm. Okay, and oh,
There's
two
two Monday
Monday
night
night
games.
games again. Seahawks and Lions. I'm gonna go with where they playing at.
They playing in Detroit.
I'm gonna go with
Right.
Lions.
Yeah, I'm picking the Lions too. At first, I picked Seattle, but then I said, I'm gonna change it to the Lions.
I'm going with Lions. All right. Well, we'll see
We'll see.
how it go.
We'll see. Don't forget, Dak Prescott is 12-2 versus the Giants. Lifetime.
Right.
12-2. So we got something in our favor.
Something.
Something, right?
I just hope offense
So
come out and start strong. That's what we need. We need offense to come out and start strong. Because I would like to see the difference in the defense playing versus us leading the game versus us not leading the game. I would like to see if that makes a difference for the defense.
But you know what's gonna happen? Oh, the Cowboys just beat the lonely Giants.
Right.
You know the
And
next
that's
day on
fine.
Friday. You
At
already
this point, I
know.
don't care. They could say that. I'm gonna take a win. At the end of the day, it's a
I
division
don't care
game.
either.
It's a
Me
division
either.
team. It's a division game. They all play in the NFL. We don't make the schedule. We only play who on it. It is what it is. At this point, we just want to win. I don't care who it is. It could be the Looney Tunes. I don't care. So but anyway, great show. I think we had a great night. We had great topics, great discussion. Um Thursday night. I'm sure we all be tapping in with each other.
Can I stop you for a second? Just a second. Drew, you told me not to say nothing about your defense. I remember you came on my page and said, don't say nothing about your defense. So
His defense.
his defense.
Mm.
All right, go ahead, Nikki. I'm sorry.
I'm with you, Chris. He said, win is a win. I don't care if it's a HBCU school. That part. I don't
Damn,
care.
Chris. Yo, HBCU
That
for
part.
real.
I don't care if
Oh,
it's Mickey. I don't care if it's Mickey Mouse.
As long as it ain't my baby's HCU, big HBCU school.
So, well, sorry, but we need a win. Sorry, niece.
win's a win.
We'll root for you on the next one.
No, we're gonna need that because I'm not taking no heat. I'm not taking no heat. We better not lose. I'm not taking no heat.
We need
I don't
this.
hear nothing.
Sorry, sorry, niece. We'll root for you next time.
Oh shoot.
Uh,
All right, guys. Well, I gotta do my civic duty in the morning. I got jury duty, so
All right.
All right. Well, you
Y'all have a
have
good
a
night.
good night. Everybody have a good night.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming out.
everybody that took time out to join us, tune in. We appreciate the engagement, the comments, the conversations. We couldn't do what we do without you all tuning in and helping us out to be here and giving us a reason to be here. Yeah, let's make this world a better world. Let's pray for each other. Let's stand strong for each other. And let's stop all the foolishness. We're in a different world now. Life is short. Love, love who you need to love. Tell somebody you love them. Don't wait. Give them their flowers while they can receive them. Have a good night.
That's right. Shout out to Magic City. Right.
All
hey,
right.
when y'all come to Atlanta, I already got my 101s already. So
You got
All
the 100
right.
ones already?
I just want my lemon.
yeah.
I just want my lemon pepper wings. That's it.
That's right.
All right, we'll
You
see
will
y'all
bring
next
them to
week.
All
me in the
right, y'all.
parking
See
lot.
you later. Good night.
Good
All right,
night.
good night.